This right here, I doubt you've heard of it. It's from Matt's Peppers. This is a Gator Jigsaw BBG. So that means a Gator Jigsaw at some point crossed with a 7-Pop bubblegum. Now the pepper looks just like a bubblegum. Like this is what a 7-Pop bubblegum usually looks like. And the 7-Pop bubblegum also has the split and bleeding calyx, as you can see. Now, it's hard to tell with the Gator Jigsaw because if it's a BBG, because it's already green and the calyx is already green. But you can tell because Gator Jigsaw kind of ripens. It's not just green, it ripens. It's pretty much a mustard pod. So it ripens to like a golden mustard. Not completely. Sometimes it's just splotches and it's already ripe. But you can see the gold on there. Come on. See the gold tint? It looks like it's the sunlight glaring, but that's actually the color. And that same redness is bleeding into the calyx. It's really hard to see, but you can see the red tint there. It's a little wrinkly because it's one of the last pods in the box, so pay no mind to that. This was quite plump when I received it, but I have a lot of peppers to review for you guys, so I'm just working through them, alright? But I'm hoping this is a good one. I really like Gator Jigsaws. They got a nice grassy flavor. Kind of reminds me of a jalapeno. Not identical, but they have that same chlorophyll flavor. So I'm gonna cut this open. It's not too big. See what it looks like inside, alright? Okay, so wasn't that much placenta. I kept seeds for this because if it's good, it's a really cool looking variety. And I want to grow it out and add it to my millions of other peppers I plan to grow. So it's really kind of small, so it's kind of hard to hold it without dropping it. But that's what it looks like. You gotta pickle this, man. You just slip these in like a pickle jar where people think they're eating pickles. And you have one of these in there, man, they'll never see it coming. But again, just to showcase that golden, it's pretty prominent on this side. See that redness? You can kind of, if you look at the bottom of the pepper, it's green, clearly green, but the top is like, I don't know, like a reddish almost. But this isn't ripened to red, I don't believe. Pretty sure this is the right version. So, Gator Jigsaw bubblegum. You've seen it here first. Wow. Give me a minute. I'll get back to you with the flavor. Burn starts on the tongue. It wants to go to the back of the throat. It's moving real slow. So that was a weird combination. Now the Gator Jigsaw got a grassy flavor, kind of sweet. A lot of mustard pods are actually kind of sweet. I've never had a bubble gum, but from the reviews that I've seen, it's in the back of the throat now. But like not complete back of the throat, so I can talk. Kind of like the roof tonsil, not tonsil. I don't remember what it's called, but like the back, not the throat, but the back of the mouth before it gets to the esophagus. Because if it was the back of the throat, I wouldn't be able to talk really easy. So anyway, I've seen reviews of bubblegum pepper, and people mention floral sometimes. This was sweet, like a Gator Jigsaw, but it had some floral like I would have imagined the bubblegum to have. And it wasn't bad. It was not bad. I have never had a floral combination with sweet and liked it. This was really sweet, like really sweet up front, and then the floral was after briefly, and then it kind of went away, and then it was just pepper flavor, like capsicum, chinen's pepper flavor. Wow. That's a pretty good pepper, I'm not gonna lie. Probably keep seeds for those and see if it makes it to the grow list. That would be good pickled, just to screw with people and toss it in a pickle jar. But the heats, it's a little pepper. I don't know if that's as big as they get or if I just got a small one. I mean, it's not small. It's like the size of a BBG. Gator Jigsaws, though, they're massive. Like, they're huge peppers. You gotta be 4 times the size of that. And they're kind of thick-walled, medium to thick walls. That was, it was between thin and medium walls. And I can kind of say that because if it was really thin, it would have got soft. And if it's not super thin walls like a lot of super hots, it won't get soft. It'll start to get kind of wrinkly, like it's losing some of the moisture as the pepper is aging. So that's kind of what was happening. But when that happens, that means, hey, you got to eat it within like a week, or it's really going to be soft and it's probably going to be bad. But every time I've eaten a pepper that started to get the wrinkles, the Thunder Cacho Brown, it had those wrinkles. Y'all probably couldn't see it, but it had those wrinkles. It's like, all right, you need to eat me soon. Every time I've had a pepper like that and I cut it open, the seeds were fine, perfectly white. These seeds, not one brown seed in this. So they got a pretty good shelf life if that's something you're into as a trait. I would say thin to medium walls, fruity. I didn't really catch the grassy flavor that you get from a Jigsaw. It was just really sweet, a little bit of floral. Did I say fruity? I never mentioned fruity because the sweet kind of overtook it, but it had some fruitiness in there, kind of blended in with the sweetness. I don't know. It was really hard to explain, but it's a good pepper. I would grow that. I would use that in a multitude of ways, from powder to flakes to pickling. If you want super hots pickled, pickle some super hots, cut them up into thin slices, throw it on some pizza. You got a spicy pizza, and it won't kill you because you got all the cheese and stuff to help with the burn. What else can you do with that? I wouldn't use all that on a tincture. I guess you could. What else? Spicy stir fry maybe, because when they're ripe and they're not, hey, left them in your fridge to review them like 2 weeks later after they were picked, they're going to be thicker and you'll be able to cut them up into like rings easier. And I think they'd be good in like a stir fry or maybe like a stew or something. Spice it up because it has the sweetness. Floral would get cooked out, and then you have I didn't have the grassy flavor. You might have it, but you do have the Chinen's flavor, and then it's pretty low heat. Maybe let me be fair here. I will give this 700,000 to 900,000. And I say that because it's still burning and my tolerance is high. Right now it's just a nice simmer on the tongue, really pleasant burn. But back of the throat was very brief. I think that's it. I think this is a very good use it for everything pepper, you know? And it's pretty cool. I mean, Gator Jigsaw BBG. Google that. You let me know if you find it. You're not, but you will this November when mattspeppers.com opens up. I sound like a billboard, but I mean, he gave me the pepper. I got to plug his site. Come on. And I mean, I buy seeds from him, so it's not like he slid me a Benjamin and said, "Hey, man, promote it." I'm like, no, I can just say, "Hey, I got it from Matt." But I am choosing to tell you, hey, this is a good place to get seeds, and he has some really awesome varieties, evidenced by what I just ate. So, or don't, whatever, you know, that's up to you. Your money. I don't really care what you do with it. All right, that was a good pepper. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Matt, for letting me try it.